Okay, so we're now going to be doing Unit 2, Lab 1, page 4. So still making variables, but we're going to open up your Click Alonzo and not this one. So this is the Click Alonzo kind of from the very beginning when you Unit 1, Lab 2, like when you first started making this. I think this is a very first game we'd make. So it's basically when you click, he starts disappearing. Some of you might have, instead of go to X, you might have this block, which this one, go to random position. So this, I think I just did that so he would stay kind of on the screen. This part right here was extra. You might not have it in exactly the same order as me. I like to have this after the wait just because it makes it a little bit easier to win. Your wait might be slightly shorter than mine, so I don't feel like you have to have exactly what I have. But I really like this next lab because it gives you a choice of characters. So we're going to make two different variables. One, we're going to make a score variable, and another, we're going to make a costumes variable. I don't know if we're going to make a global variable. So that's making one up here. We're going to call it score. You always want to initialize your variable. So, and you need to figure out where you want to do that. At the start of the games when I click the flag, so I'm going to initialize it or set it equal to 0. And then every time I click Alonzo, I'm going to change his score by 1. Now, it's up to you if you want to keep... Okay, use the conditional statement to determine when the player reaches that score. When they do, make Alonzo stop jumping around, make him appear again. So, okay, so they do want you to keep him disappearing, but, it's your game, so if you don't want him to keep disappearing, you just want to use the score, that's fine. They make this other variable winning score. It's not necessary. I don't think I'm going to make that. I think it's just overkill. And then we are going to we're going to pick some costumes. So one thing at a time, instead of the ghost effect equaling 100, I am going to have it so the score equals, 5. You could also put an or statement, and you could put oh my gosh, puppies. You could put score equals 5 or ghost effect equals 100. It's up to you. You could also, I would probably do this. I would probably do a greater than or equal to, just in case you click it so fast that if statement doesn't register when your score hits 5, and then you're at 6, and then it will never register that it got to 5. So I'm just going to do that just to make sure it stops. Oh my god! All right, well, every time I start making a video, these puppies start fighting. All right, so let's get some costumes. You can obviously import costumes from outside. I'm going to delete this because I'm only going to want one of each one. You're going to go up here to costumes, and I'm just going to pick a bunch of, probably like 4 or 5 different costumes. Let's pick some dinosaurs. Import, 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 import. Okay, now I'm going to delete Alonzo. One of the requirements for the AP exam is to have a list. So I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a list of your making. So there is a block that Snap already inherently turns your costumes into a list, but it's not stored as a variable. So you want to, if you wanted this to kind of be your list that you have to make, now you have to do things with the list. So you could, you have to loop through the list or delete things from the list, add things to the list. We're not really going to do that here, but we are going to let the person pick something from the list. So that could technically count for, I have to look back at the exact requirements, but this thing could kind of count. All right, so we're going to show it after they pick it. We're going to ask them to pick a costume. So pick a costume number. And then we are going to switch to their answer. I'm also going to fix the order of my stuff here. Probably put all that stuff first. Okay, so here are the costumes. You do have to kind of drag it like that. I'm going to put 3, and it switches. It's kind of off the screen, so I don't really like that. There we go. 170. Okay. All right, so we switched, and now after we switch, we want to hide it so it's not sitting up there. Okay. Now, if I click it, you see he changes. Why is he not jumping? Oh, well, that's stupid of me. This should be in the forever. There we go. Now the next costume, I'm going to delete because if you didn't notice, every time I clicked them, it was switching. So we don't want that to happen. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I wasn't playing it earlier. All right, here we go. Okay, so got to 5. We won. And let me see. Oh, I think one of the things in the if there's time is to make it a little bit hard. So kind of like the ghost effect, if I change the score by 3, could also change it by -2 down here. So if I click it, it goes to 8. Oh wait, let me stop it. Reset it. All right, click it. Now, if I put, oh, that's why. Let's try it again. Flag. So if you click it really fast, you're going to win really fast. If you put this here, oops, puppies, come here. If I click it, you don't win so easily. You got to click it really fast. So if you want it to be a little bit harder, put that change before the wait. Sorry about the dogs barking. That should be the last thing in this lab. They are just showing you here what some of the blocks would look like in Snap versus on the AP exam. We don't have to do that, because you can just say switch to costume answer. It's a little bit easier than what they're doing here. You could also use this and put item answer of the list, but you don't have to. I'm trying to think and see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. Definitely try these questions for practice, and hopefully all that made sense.